Yo, what's up guys? It's Noah here. And in today's video, going to be breaking down some player props I like on Prizepicks for the NBA slate on Friday, December the 16th. Now we do have a big Friday night slate. We got 10 games tonight, so there's going to be a lot of props to like on a big slate like this. I got 3 picks that I'm going to give out in this video, guys. It is Flex Friday, so we do have a cool promo that Prizepicks is running for today. It's also, part of their Picksmas promo that they're running. This is the 3rd day, and they're doing like another Flex payout boost. So all Flex plays placed between noon to 5 o'clock Eastern time on Friday will get a payout boost. And I'm pretty sure, we don't have the official details yet, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be 30x for 6 picks. So if you go 6 out of 6 on a 6-pick entry, you get 30x. If you go 5 out of 5 on a 5-pick entry, you get 15x. And if you go 4 out of 4 on a 4-pick, flex entry, you get 8x. And then I think for 3 out of 3 on a 3-pick, you get 4x. So we're going to get some boosted payouts on all flex plays today, placed between 12 to 5 Eastern time. And they don't have to be playing today. I wanted to confirm that first. So if you don't want to do NBA picks by some reason, you could look at the NFL board, you can take a look at the other sports, but it can be any time. It doesn't have to be for players playing today. But, man, cool promo that Prizepicks is running. You definitely want to take advantage of this. Try and get, as many flex plays in as you can during this time frame. By the time I get this video posted to YouTube, it should be after, noon Eastern time. So you guys should just start, firing away on some flex plays for today. And obviously the 3 picks I give out in this video, if you want to do a 3-pick flex entry with those 3 picks, it'll get a boosted payout. It should pay out 4x instead of 3x if we go 3 out of 3. And again, with flex plays, even if you get a pick wrong, you can still win some money. So yeah, we're going to talk through the 3 picks I do like, kind of taking a first look at the board right now when I'm making this video around 11:45 Eastern time on Friday. Before we get started though, guys, as always, if you guys enjoy these Prizepicks videos, make sure you hit that like button down below, hit that subscribe button if you have not yet. And if you guys are new to Prizepicks, if you have not checked them out, they're running some great promos right now. Their Picksmas, there's 12 days of Picksmas is a cool promo they're doing where they have a new promo every day. This is the 3rd day. You can see the promos they've been running so far. Every day, all the way up until Christmas, they're going to introduce a new promo. And I bet you come Christmas time, like on Christmas Day or Christmas Eve, that's probably when they're going to run like their biggest promo. So it's gonna be cool to see what Prizepicks puts out there every day. But I definitely like this the festive Flex Friday promo. This is a really good one. You guys definitely need to be taking advantage of this. If you aren't signed up for Prizepicks yet, use that promo code Noah. You look at the bottom of the screen. You will get your first deposit matched up to $100 when you sign up for Prizepicks with my promo code. Or just go down into the description. You can click that link in the description. It'll take you straight to Prizepicks. Also, I do want to mention that if you guys enjoy these Prizepicks videos and you want more plays from me on Prizepicks, I give those out over on Patreon. I'm definitely going to be giving out more than just 3 picks for today. Obviously, in this YouTube video, we're going to give out 3 plays, but I'll be sharing more plays over on Patreon. Going to try and find as many good plays as I can for today because it is a day where I think playing a lot of entries makes a lot of sense with this Flex Friday promo. So I'm going to be sharing more plays on Patreon. Check those out. Link down below in the description if you would like. They should be posted later this afternoon. But yeah, guys, let's talk through the 3 picks that I like for this Friday slate. We got a fantasy score prop I like for today, and then we have 2 points props I like for today. So for fantasy score, I want to talk about De'Aaron Fox. 39.5 fantasy score for De'Aaron Fox. I do like this over quite a bit, and I really like this matchup for De'Aaron Fox going up against the Pistons. We saw De'Aaron Fox really pop off last game against Toronto, put up 49 fantasy points. He was really struggling, though, before that, but he had a really tough string of matchups. He was going up against the Sixers. He was going up against the Bucks. I don't think, those are not the best matchups by any means. Fox has been able to have success, though, when he gets really good matchups, and this is a matchup he should definitely have success in. The Pistons, they're one of the worst defensive teams in the league. They're second to last in defensive rating, only behind the Spurs. So this is a really bad defensive team in general, and they've also really struggled to defend point guards this year. So far this season, the Pistons, in terms of points allowed, assists allowed to the point guard position, they're top 10 in both of those categories. In terms of fantasy points allowed to the point guard position, they've given up the 6th most fantasy points to point guards this year. And we saw De'Aaron Fox have a really good game against Detroit when they played earlier this season. These teams played on November the 20th. De'Aaron Fox played 36 minutes, put up 46.3 fantasy points. He had 33 points, 4 rebounds, and 7 assists, 2 turnovers. Went well over this line. And if you look at De'Aaron Fox this season, his fantasy points per minute, he's a productive player when he gets minutes. Again, his production's been down a little bit, but I think that's going to start to get back to normal at some point, and we saw him get back to normal last game. This is definitely another matchup where he should have a lot of success. But so far this season with the Kings, he's led the team in usage to no surprise, 28.3% usage rate. He's averaging 1.21 fantasy points per minute. On average, De'Aaron Fox usually plays around 36 minutes in competitive games. So let's say he plays 36 minutes tonight, averages 1.2 fantasy points per minute. That would project him for 43.2 fantasy points. Should his projection be 43.2 for today? I think it should be around there. I think it should be like 42.5, maybe 43. I think 39.5 is definitely a little bit too low. And I do want to mention that Kevin Huerter is questionable for the Kings. We saw Kevin Huerter sit out last game. With Kevin Huerter off the floor this season, De'Aaron Fox has actually seen a really big boost. So on the season, Fox averages 1.21 fantasy points per minute. When you take Huerter off the floor, he averages 1.36 fantasy points per minute. So if we do get news that Kevin Huerter gets ruled out, that's even better for De'Aaron Fox. And I don't know if Prizepicks would adjust his line if Huerter were to get ruled out. They might just leave it where it is. So that would be even better. I definitely think this is a low line, though, especially for this matchup. Fox has only gone over this line in half of his games this season, but when he gets a good matchup, he can definitely have big games, and I think this is a really good spot for De'Aaron Fox. The Pistons are just not a good defensive team. I think this game will be close. It's being played in Detroit. You do always have to worry about blowout anytime you're going up against the Pistons. I mean, the Pistons are so bad they can get blown out any night, but Detroit's playing at home. This game only has a 5.5-point spread. It does have the second highest total on the slate as well, 237.5 total here between the Kings and Pistons. So really good spot here for De'Aaron Fox. I like this fantasy score line quite a bit. I think he goes over this. I think he goes over his points prop as well. That 22.5 points prop I was thinking about taking. But I think I'm going to side with fantasy score just because Fox, he can get rebounds, he can get assists, he can get steals. And obviously with fantasy score, you get points for all that. But I think he's got a good chance to go over both fantasy score and points for today. Really like the spot for De'Aaron Fox. But then the next two props I do like are points props. And I want to talk about two guys from the same game. We'll first start off with Kyrie Irving. 23.5 points for Kyrie Irving. I also like the over here. And Kyrie Irving gets to face the Raptors today. This is a matchup that Kyrie has had a lot of success in. So for one, he's been playing way better as of late. We saw Kyrie really struggle, kind of a little bit rusty when he first came back from suspension, but he's really started to find a groove as of late. He's had 24 plus points now in 4 out of his last 5 games. Against Toronto this season, he's had a lot of success against the Raptors. He's already faced the Raptors twice this year. He's gone over this line in both of those games. Last time he faced the Raptors, pretty recently, on December 2nd, he had 27 points, played 39 minutes, took 17 shots. His shot volume's been really, really good as of late. And then when they faced Toronto earlier this year on the 23rd of November, he played only 28 minutes, but he had 29 points. So 29 points in 28 minutes, 27 points in 39 minutes in their 2 meetings against Toronto this season. Or actually, they played Toronto 3 times. They played them again on November the 20th, or let me see. They played him again at the very beginning of the season. Kyrie had 30 points in 41 minutes. So he's actually faced Toronto 3 times this season. He's gone over this line in all 3 games. But when you look at this Toronto team, they are a good defensive team, but they're going to be missing OG Anunoby once again for this game. OG is, by far their best defender. He's one of the best defenders in the league overall. I think it's a slightly better matchup for Kevin Durant as well, not having to get guarded by OG. And maybe that's one of the reasons that Kyrie has had so much success against Toronto is because OG has done a good job at limiting Kevin Durant. Well, now without OG, Kevin Durant should be able to score at will here. Kyrie should be able to score at will. Kyrie scoring 24 plus points, I think, is a line that he can definitely get over. So far this season, when you look at what Kyrie's done, like per 36 usage-wise, second highest usage rate on the team, 29.2% usage rate per 36. He's averaging 24.5 points per 36. In DraftKings Sportsbook, they have this line at 24.5 right now. I know there's a lot of lines that are about a point or two off on Prizepicks. We're getting some softer lines on Prizepicks today, and this is one of those lines that is a bit softer. I think this line was actually at 22.5 on Prizepicks earlier today, and unfortunately I did not get it at 22.5, but I still think at 23.5 it looks pretty good. We know Kyrie's going to play huge minutes, 36 to 40 minutes. He's going to take a ton of shots when he's on the floor. The usage on this Nets team is so concentrated around Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving. Those are going to be the 2 guys doing all the heavy lifting. I think there's a good chance you could see both Kyrie and KD go over these points props for today. Like on DraftKings Sportsbook right now for Kevin Durant, they have his points prop, I think, at 27.5. Obviously, Prizepicks has it at 26.5. Yeah, Kevin Durant's points prop is at, let's see. Yeah, it's at 27.5. So you're getting value on both those 2 picks. I personally like the Kyrie one, but if you wanted to play the KD points prop too, that one makes some sense as well. Obviously, no OG Anunoby should definitely be beneficial for Kevin Durant. But I like that as our second pick for today. And then on the other side of that game, another pick I like, Pascal Siakam, 23.5 points. I do also like the over here. And this is another line that is, a little bit, compared to the sports books, we're getting some value on Prizepicks. On DraftKings Sportsbook right now, they have this line at 24.5, and they have it juiced on the over, minus 125 on the over, 24.5 points for Siakam. Well, on Prizepicks, you're getting some value here with this line at 23.5. You look at what Siakam's done over his last few games. He's only gone over this in 3 out of 5. He's gone under in 2 straight. But I don't want to look too much into that. We know Siakam is going to play massive minutes on a nightly basis. In terms of minutes per game, I'm pretty sure Siakam's like towards the top of the league in terms of minutes per game. As of late, he's been playing like almost 40 minutes a night. And he's had a lot of success against this Nets team. They've already played twice this season, or they played 3 times this season. Siakam only played in 2 of those 3 games. Last time they faced Brooklyn, Siakam put up 24 points, but that was a game that he was in foul trouble. He only played 32 minutes. I know he lost out on a good amount of minutes because of foul trouble in that game. Still went over this points line. And then last time they faced Brooklyn, when he played at the very beginning of the season, Siakam had a massive game, triple-double, 37 points. So 37 and 24 points in their 2 meetings against the Nets this year. Siakam, we know, is going to have great usage. His usage rate does go up without OG Anunoby on the floor. So far this season, in the minutes he's played without OG, Siakam leads the team with a 30% usage rate. He averages around 24 points per 36. He should play 36-plus minutes if this game is competitive. And, this Nets team defensively, not a team I'm too worried about, especially like against bigs. We've seen a lot of bigs have good games against the Nets. I think this is a matchup Siakam can definitely have success in. I think the usage is going to be good. The minutes are obviously going to be massive. He's going to take a ton of shots, and shot volume could get him there alone. Like, he could get to the free throw line, he could take 15, 20 shots and just get there on volume. But I definitely think this line at 23.5 looks appealing. If it was at 24.5, it would still be, I think, a pretty good bet. I think 23.5 though makes it a really strong play. So, and there's some correlation here. Anytime you're taking 2 overs from the same game, you kind of, there's some positive correlation where if the game winds up being high scoring, if it winds up being competitive. If these guys wind up playing their full minutes, there's a good chance you can see these guys both go over their points props. I normally don't go out of my way to target 2 props from the same game, but when there is some positive correlation, or like when there's 2 props that are good from the same game, it usually does make sense to correlate them, because if by some chance this game winds up being high scoring, competitive, like I said, good chance both these guys go over their points props for today. So these are 3 picks. I kind of like it. First look at the board, guys. Recording this video around noon Eastern time. Once I get this video posted to YouTube, it should be after noon Eastern, and you should see that the festive Flex Friday payout boost should be active after I get this video posted to YouTube. So from noon to 5 Eastern today. So basically, once I post this video to YouTube, you have about 5 hours to get as many flex plays in as you want, and there will be a payout boost on all flex plays: 3-pick, 4-pick, 5-pick, and 6-pick. I think looking at the payout boost, it seems like the 6-pick is going to be the best one to do. It looks like you're going to get 30x for 6 out of 6. You'll get 3x for 5 out of 6, and you'll get 0.5x for 4 out of 6. So there's going to be, even the partial wins are going to be boosted for 6 picks. I think for 5 picks, 4 picks, and 3 picks, partial wins are going to stay the same. But you're going to get a payout boost on all full wins for 3-pick, 4-pick, 5-pick, and 6-pick flex entries today. So go ahead and start firing away as many flex entries as you want for today, guys. It's a great promo that Prizepicks is running. You can do NBA picks for today. You can take a look at the NFL board, see if there's any NFL picks you like. Doesn't have to be for guys playing today. I'm pretty sure. I made sure to read the fine print. But I'm pretty sure it can be for any time frame. Doesn't have to be for players playing today. You just have to submit the entries within that 12 to 5 window. But if you guys aren't playing on Prizepicks yet, make sure you guys get signed up over there. Use that promo code NOAH when you do sign up, and you will get your first deposit matched up to $100. But as always, I appreciate you guys supporting the content, supporting these Prizepicks videos. You guys' support has been amazing as of late. Thank you as always. Hit that like button if you guys enjoyed. Hit that subscribe button if you have not yet. And we'll see you guys in the next video. Enjoy your weekend, guys. Hope you all win some money tonight. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.